Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to reading for the week of December 12th. We're just going to jump right in here, Cancer. And in your first row here for your general energies, you have this Pallas Athena card, and it says think on it. So I think what you're thinking about is actually pretty deep here, Cancer. I think you're thinking about your place in the world and how you probably want more out of life. I think that maybe a lot of you, Cancers, are thinking about kind of like the new year and what you want to bring into the new year, or maybe how successful you want to be. You have that Six of Wands right there. I also feel that some of you are trying to leave some things behind. It's kind of interesting. You have this Seven of Swords here, and intuitively, I'm not getting like any of the traditional Seven of Swords type of stuff. I'm just getting that you're kind of like, you see how he's walking towards the past. He's walking in this direction. And I feel for some of you, it's like you're just kind of like letting things go, or you're looking at the things that you can leave behind, you know? And I don't even think that it matters. Normally, if I were to look at this Seven of Swords, I would say, okay, there's two swords back here. And, so it's like he's not bringing everything with him in the past, but I don't even think it matters. I feel that you're kind of like cutting out a lot of crap right now and in your general energy. And I feel like you're very focused on the future with the Six of Wands. I think that this think card is coming up because I think that it would be an amazing time for you to, kind of create what you want in your head first, like a good time to imagine all the things that could be possible for you in the near future. I also think that it would be a good time for you to kind of focus on this. We go from the Six of Wands to the Ace of Cups to the Eight of Wands. This is like very quick success. Eight of Wands is quick movement. In the same row here, you have the Chariot, which would also represent very quick or rapid changes or movement in your life. So it's like things are changing very quickly for you, or they will be. And, I think you need to think about all the things that you want and desire to have in your life. You also have the World card here with the Six of Wands. The World and the Six of Wands can kind of represent like some sort of achievement. They're both cards of achievement. They're both kind of cards of excellence and good things coming in for you. So, I don't know. I think we're off to a good start here, Cancer. So, let's clarify this row. Let's see what comes up. With the Six of Wands, you have this Submission card. I feel, again, another card of escape, by the way, because you can see here that there's this bird that's in a cage right above my finger, but the door to the cage is wide open. So I feel for a lot of you, there could be almost like a portal opening where you're setting yourself free from things that you feel have held you back for a very long period of time. Again, I get a very deep feeling here of like no looking back. It's almost as if this Six of Wands, you can see that how focused he is on this. His eye line is going straight across Nine of Pentacles, Chariot, Ace of Swords. It's like a big victory coming in for you or something. I love this so far, Cancer. We're going to dig deeper, obviously. With the Seven of Swords, look, you have this escape card. Are you kidding me? I literally didn't I just say something about escape or escaping? And, the crazier thing is if we put this card down, sorry to keep switching back and forth, but this Chariot here is going this direction. So I kind of get the feeling that some of you are having like a major release here of something that has been holding you back for a long time. For some of you, I feel this is clearly a person that you're letting go of. But it could also be a situation like maybe you broke up with them like a year ago or 2 years ago, but maybe it's been kind of like a heavy energy, let's put it that way. For others, I feel it's like work where you're just not getting what you deserve, and it looks like you're looking for change with the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is kind of a clue card to me sometimes, and the clue is that you could be getting a new job, plain and simple. With the World, you have this Domination card. Wow, like what an interesting submission, escape, domination. That's very interesting how those words are popping up here. But, again, I feel like you're kind of releasing yourself from something that has maybe dominated your energy, or just a very heavy energy from the past. And it looks to me like you're kind of closing this cycle out. The World is the end. We go from the Fool to the World in the major arcana, then we just start all over again as the Fool. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Gossip card. It says people are talking about you and what you are doing. Then it says minimize drama and take personal responsibility to act with integrity. Very weird because Pisces had something very similar, actually not in this row, in another row. I would avoid gossip at all costs. I mean, Mars retrograde, this is, classic Mars retrograde type of stuff coming up here. The other thing I would say is it's worse because it's in Gemini. Gemini is like gossip. So I would be very careful of gossip. I would just like completely ignore it. I always say like some of these cards are a little bit dramatic for me. I think we just ignore it, plain and simple. I wouldn't even like, if I were creating a deck, wouldn't even have a gossip card because just ignore it. Who cares? You have this, I want to pull another card. You have this Rebel card. It says limiting beliefs or limiting your abundance. In your 2023 reading, part 1, I said something about how you could be changing your beliefs or you need to change your beliefs. And we actually see that here. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. Positive beliefs, not positive beliefs with the Nine of Swords. So I feel you need to focus on everything that you do have in your life. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of gratitude and luxury. She's very grateful for what she has. And she also takes really good care of the things that she has, like her material goods and items. I always say that she is like not really a card of materialism, but she does want nice things in life. There's like a difference, she wants, she wants things that are quality, which I think we should all be doing, right? I don't think we should be having a bunch of cheap crap in our life, right? And, if you don't necessarily have to have a lot of stuff, but if the things that you have are of high quality, that definitely could like raise your vibration, right? So I feel for a lot of you, that's what this is talking about. There's something here about quality and needing to focus on it. This came up in the 2023 readings as well. And part of me kind of feels Uranus and Taurus. I mean, Uranus and Taurus has a major focus on kind of like the nicer things in life. Taurus does in general, but I think it's more quality and focusing on quality. I also feel there's a new beginning coming in for you. For some of you, I just get like a new job. I don't really feel it's anything unexpected though. You have the Ace of Cups here. There definitely could be unexpected communication and love coming in for you here. So if you want love, I do feel that you could be communicating with a person. And I feel like this person's successful. We go to the Eight of Wands here. And the Eight of Wands to me is a card of socializing. So for some of you, you could meet this person through like social opportunities, social media, take it how it resonates, but definitely very good for you. I do feel like you have to get away from this energy right here, although kind of like I said at the beginning of the reading, it looks to me like you're closing out a more challenging cycle that has maybe made you feel like this. Nine of Swords is, having a nightmare, waking up and still having a nightmare. So it's like a round and round type of energy, and I feel that you could be ending a round and round situation. Again, I would completely ignore gossip if I were you, just mostly because of Mars retrograde. The thing about Mars retrograde is if people are talking behind your back during Mars retrograde, you will always be vindicated after the retrograde. I've seen it happen a million times for people, so there you go. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have this endurance card. I feel this is really good for your finances. Some of you could clearly be focusing on your finances with the Nine of Pentacles, and if you're trying to improve your finances, I feel like you're finding new ways to improve your finances. Some of you could just be as simple as getting a new job, but I kind of feel this is talking about the staying power of your finances, meaning that as long as you're not going crazy with your money, I feel like you will have money. Plain and simple. With the Ace of Cups, you have this inheritance card. Some of you could be getting an inheritance. I wouldn't really say it's unexpected, though. Again, I think if you're getting an inheritance, you would know about it. But what I would say is I do feel like some of you could be like inheriting a person. It's kind of interesting what's popping into my head. I feel for some of you, you could have a person that was like almost meant for someone else, but I feel like their person screwed up. So I feel like it's almost like you're being blessed with like a really good person, or vice versa. It could be you. You could be blessing someone else with your presence, right here, Cancer. So I don't know. I feel like either someone's inheriting you, and or you're inheriting them, but it's like in a good way. It's kind of like a blessing that is coming in for you here. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Control card. All these cards of control, very interesting to me. I'm wondering if there's something going on in the world. Pisces had a lot of these cards, not these cards, but had a lot of cards of like authority, control, things like that. So there could be something happening globally. But this card reminds me of the world, and it's coming up right next to the world. You can see here there's an Ouroboros. So the Ouroboros represents reinvention. And with that Nine of Swords, I feel if you're making any changes to yourself, that could be setting you free from like a nightmare or a never-ending nightmare in general. Next, we are going to look at what's coming towards you. You have this not for you card. I don't really feel this is something coming towards you. I feel like you realize that a past person is not for you. And I feel like there could be, it's like you're kind of going off looking for something new, is what this is really saying to me here. You even have the Chariot, the Temperance card, and the Eight of Wands. The Chariot is your card. So you're showing up in a very strong position here. In the first position, this puts you in a position of power and strength. The Chariot is a card of like a victory or a win, winning in some way. So I feel like you are charging towards a victory with this energy. But I also feel you're kind of like doing things to set yourself apart. You know, he's leaving the city behind him and he's going somewhere, you know, where he doesn't really know where he's going, but he's trusting that the universe is going to guide him in the right direction. But he's really going somewhere where he can set himself apart. And I kind of feel like you're doing that. You're entering or looking for more unique situations. I do also feel that there could be communication, clearly could be what's coming in for you with this Eight of Wands. I feel there could be a person who's communicating with you who is interested in you. This could be through the internet. You have the Ace of Swords as well, so you know, it could be like social media, something like that. It could be a letter, could be an email, I don't know. But I do feel there's a person coming in for you. I'm kind of starting to just intuitively feel this could be a friend. The weird thing is, I'm not even picking up on a sign here at all, period. I mean, there are several signs here, but just intuitively, it's like, you know, not popping into my head, so I just don't say it. And, but what I would say is I feel like this could be a friend or a friend of a friend, you know, so it could be coming in through like a social type of situation if you're looking for love. The other thing is I feel like things, you know, I don't know if this is necessarily something coming towards you. I feel like this is more of a side effect of life, that things are speeding up in your life very quickly. I feel like you're noticing changes happening faster than maybe they ever have in the past. You also have the Temperance card here, so a personal change. I feel that you are transforming just your life in general. You're probably finding more success because of that as well. You know, Temperance is about kind of like turning one thing into another. It's a card of alchemy, and maybe you're realizing your power here, because if we go Nine of Swords up to the Temperance card to the Ace of Swords, it's like this is realizing that you can turn your situation around. This is you kind of realizing that you're not stuck, that you don't have to stay stuck in whatever you're stuck in, right? So I feel for some of you, this is really about you taking your personal power back and kind of realizing that you can make changes. Let's see. With the Chariot, you have this enthusiasm card. Love it. See, I'm wondering, like if you've ever been with like a miserable person in love, then I think you'll know what I'm talking about here when I say this. But I feel like you're done with that. I feel like you're done being with people who are just complaining all the time, who are just like miserable, right? And I feel like what you're looking for is someone who has like not only endurance, you have that endurance card right next to it, but someone who's enthusiastic, who has, you know, a zest for life, someone who wants to enjoy life, someone who doesn't just want to complain about things all the time. And this is what you're moving away from here, Cancer. With the Temperance card, you have this discrimination card. This is not like discrimination like racism. This is like discrimination as in being picky in a good way. It's like you picking like what you want in your life. It's about being discriminating, like kind of looking and choosing the things that you desire to have in your life. And so I feel like you are kind of doing that. I also feel, you know, again, this kind of makes sense. Maybe in relationships in the past, you would rush right in and you would just fall in love. Now, I feel like you're being a little bit more reserved in a good way. It's not like you're totally holding back. It's more like you're allowing someone to fall in love with you as well. And you're just kind of like maybe taking your time a little bit more. Same thing in work as well. I feel like you're kind of like, but I get a different message for work or business. I feel for some of you, maybe you're sticking up for yourself, you know? I feel like you've had a lot of stories where maybe your boss says to you, oh, I'll give you a raise in 6 months. 6 months comes around, no raise, right? And then you have to go ask for it. I feel like you're being discriminating in the sense that, you know, if that happens, I feel like you're saying, okay, bye. It's like, if you can't appreciate the work I do, then I'm leaving. And very kind of cut and dry energy. With the Eight of Wands, you have this practicality card. A lot of people have been getting, there's this card here. So a lot of people have been getting this card. There's another one that I can't remember the name of that is basically the same thing. It's about, you know, being practical, doing what works. Eight of Wands is about removing resistance from your life. Eight of Wands can represent doing what works. And, you know, for a lot of you, I feel like that's what you're doing here. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have the security card. I do feel your future self could be saying that no matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on around you, you are safe, you are protected. So I do feel that is important for you to know. You have the Ace of Swords, the Justice card, and the Five of Cups. This could be like a truth that is being revealed to you as well. I do kind of feel that for those of you that have like a past person. I feel there could be a truth coming out. I just think that you're leaving it in the past, Seven of Swords. And I feel like you're moving forward here. It's kind of interesting because you have that Five of Cups as well, which, that could be a person who has regrets. But I feel like you're like, okay, you're an adult and you lied in the first place. So goodbye, right? I feel like you're kind of walking away from someone who could have lied to you in the past. For others, I feel this is how you are going to feel. Right here is Ace of Swords. What you can notice here is that the sword is above the mountains. It represents the fact that, there will always be challenges in life, but we will always be able to overcome them because the sword is above the mountains. You're gaining a lot of power here, Cancer, is the best way I could describe the feeling from your reading. And I feel it comes from that Temperance card. Sometimes with Temperance, I think maybe we enter into a situation, something bad happens. This is probably in your past, but then we're able to fix it. And it's like, sometimes I think when you do that, when you overcome something and you're able to fix the situation, whatever this was for you, it kind of gives you a sense of confidence, right? Because you're like, hey, if I can do that, what else can I do? And I kind of get that feeling for you, Cancer, where you've had some challenges that you've been able to turn around, and because of it, I feel like you're like, what else? Bring it on, right? You have this Justice card, so I definitely feel there could be some karma, or you could be seeing someone get their karma in the sense that they have regrets about a past situation. I don't even think you care. I think you're moving forward. I feel like you're just kind of like doing your own thing, moving on, on to the next, basically, is what I'm getting here. I do feel there's like a lot of balance coming in for you here as well. So it seems to me like you're either balancing out your life or there's something balancing out for you here. And, I feel for some of you, it could actually be your finances. We have the Ace of Swords, it has these 6 golden yods on either side of the sword. Those are in perfect balance. So it's another card. This is another card of balance. But normally I would say that the Justice card is like cause and effect. I mean, I think that's always true, but I feel like something is balancing out for you here, but it's not exactly clear to me what it is. You have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is regrets. Again, I feel like this is a person who probably has regrets. It could also be a boss who has regrets if you walk away. So let's see here, Cancer. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Empathy card. I feel like you'll be nice to a person. Like, I feel like if someone comes back looking for an apology, I think you'll be like, okay, great. And probably be nice and have empathy. But I also don't think you're necessarily going to be going back. And I feel like your future self is actually saying, don't, go back because, I feel like you realize that you deserve better. With the Justice card, you have this Defense card. I would say if you're in something legal, this could actually be pretty good. This could be like Law and Order. Ace of Swords is Law and Order. Justice, obviously, is Justice. So I kind of feel that you are protected. You have that Security card as well. Could be protected from something. With the Five of Cups, you have this Generosity card. I almost feel like this is rewards. Like, I feel like you're being rewarded for, a past situation. Remember what I said? I've never had a message like that where it's almost as if you're attracting love into your life, if you want love, it's almost like you're getting someone else's blessing, or you're the blessing and someone is getting you because someone effed up here. Let's put it that way in the past. So I feel for those of you that are looking for love, this looks really, really good. I feel like you'll be blessing each other. It's not like, one or the other is better than the other person here. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I feel like you're either you or someone is getting you as a blessing. I also feel like you're feeling much happier as well. So really good reading. We're going to pull 5 main themes now here, Cancer, just to see kind of like what your 5 main themes could be for the week. You have this pin card. It says new job, career. Cannot make this stuff up. Literally, I felt this on the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like there's something coming in for you. The other interesting thing is that you have that endurance card on the 9 of Pentacles, which tells me this is like something that's going to last a long time, maybe for the rest of your life. So if you're looking for like a long-term career, a long-term business, I feel like there's something permanent coming in for you, especially with that endurance card. The other thing about that endurance card is I feel like intuitively that you could be getting something that challenges you in a good way. It's like if you have a job that's not challenging you mentally, right? It could be very boring. It could be something you don't want to do anymore. But again, I feel like you're getting something that's like good, challenging. You want to go there. It's like different every single day. All those things are popping into my head. You have this bird flying card. It says news is on the way. 8 of Wands. We talked about this. I definitely feel someone is reaching out to you, or there is communication coming in for you if you want love, especially. I feel like someone could be communicating with you. I'm also getting here that if you want a job, there could be a job from a distance. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your 2023 reading as well. There was something about, getting a job from a distance or something like that. You have this Sunrise card. It says new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. I mean, Nine of Pentacles is kind of like my card of newness in general. Whenever I see it, I always know that there's something new coming into the person who I'm reading for, their life. So definitely something new. And I would say it'll make you happy. You have this back card that says, take care, enemies are working against you. Again, these cards are a little bit challenging, a little bit negative sometimes. And again, I always tell people, it's like, take it with a grain of salt, right? I love this deck, but some of the cards, come on, is what I'd say. It's like, we don't all always have someone who is like against us, but you do have that gossip card. So I would definitely keep an eye on anyone talking behind your back, but I would also, I would ignore it at the same time. The trick with Mars retrograde is like if you try to defend yourself from someone who's talking behind your back, you're just going to look guilty. So it's better to just completely ignore it than you don't look guilty. It's just that simple. You have this Lion card. It says time to act. I feel like the action that you're taking is that you are transforming your life. I feel like you're realizing that you can create turnarounds in your life with that Temperance card, and that's exactly what you're doing. Really good reading here, Cancer. I haven't had a reading like this for you in a while, so love it. Thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.